Wimbledon Strength Club, what's happening? Welcome to your first video in a series of 3 that are going to talk to you in detail about 3 of the most important variables in your training program and how you should tweak them throughout the course of your program to get maximum results for your strength and your muscle gain. Okay. So, the 3 variables that I'm talking about are intensity, volume, and density. Okay. There's not really one that's more important than the other, but I'm kind of doing them in the order that I think is going to be most useful for you. So we're going to start with intensity, which is how much weight is on the bar, how much resistance is in the movement. Okay, how much effort does it take to get that rep up to the top. That's your intensity. It's not how hard you're working, it's not how much you're sweating, it's not how high your heart rate is, okay? That's not intensity in terms of weightlifting and programming and training in the gym with heavy shit. When we talk about heavy shit, picking it up, putting it down, intensity means the amount of weight that we are using. The amount of weight on the bar for the bench press, the deadlift, the back squat, that kind of thing. That is what we're talking about. So this video is going to be really helpful for you if you're, or if you have been, one of those guys that goes to the gym and always uses the same weight, never really increases it, never really records what weight they use and just kind of guesses what to put on the bar every time. They copy your friend because he's bigger than you and you think he knows what he's doing, so it must be right for you as well. Or if you're always trying to push the limits and always going to failure, and you're always trying to lift as heavy as you can, and you never really get anywhere apart from injured. So this is going to be really helpful for you if you fit into any of those categories, or if you are in any way just interested in how programming works on a bit of a deeper level. So intensity, the amount of weight on the bar. It's really quite simple. It can't be too light, it can't be too heavy, it needs to be just right. Now, let's clear up one main myth in this part of training, in this area of training, which is the rep range for things. So the 1 to 5 rep range is the number of reps per set you should be doing if you want to get strong. The 6 or the 8 to 12 rep range per set is the range you should be using if you want to get big. And the 15 and above rep range is only really any good for muscular endurance. Those 3 statements are bullshit, okay? Fair enough, we believed in them for years and years and years. I believed in them myself, but there's so much evidence out there now, scientific evidence, evidence from the programs and results that I've had and results from coaches that I follow. I mean, like world-class coaches, coaching Olympians and everything. You know, we know better now. So this rep range thing has kind of been blown out of the water. However, some of it kind of holds true. So if we just look at this is your 1 to 6 rep max range here. So it's not just 1 to 6 reps per set, but your 1 to 6 rep max. So you know what a rep max is? If your 1 rep max is the amount of weight you can lift properly for 1 rep, but no more than 1. Yeah, 6 reps, obviously, you can lift it 6 times, but not 7 times. That's 1 to 6 rep max, okay? You will get slightly faster strength gains in this area, but only for a very limited amount of time, okay? And here's a point of interest. There have been tests done where the same amount of volume during a program over a course of weeks, where one group of people spent most of their time, or all of their time even, working in that 3 rep max range, so super fucking heavy, like 90 to 95% of their 1 rep max, so they're lifting heavy all the time. And the other group spent all of their lifting time in their 10 rep max range, okay? Both groups had equal muscle growth. They both got equally as hench as each other, okay? But one of the groups had more strength gains over the period of the program. One of the groups, the same group, had less injuries over the course of the program and came out of the end with better skill. And that group was the group lifting only in their 10 rep max range, okay? There have been other studies done which have taken programs and groups of athletes and they've put different proportions of their total training volume at that kind of 3 rep max range, and different proportions of it in the middle, different proportions of it on the sort of super light end, that 12 to 15 rep max. And again, it came out that the guys who trained in the middle the most got the most gains in their lifts. So what I'm trying to say to you here is, you don't have to go heavy to get strong and go medium to get big and go light to get endurance. It's not as cut and paste or black and white as that. You can do all of the things in all of the areas, okay? There we go. So, if we look at my lovingly drawn graph now, graph. Along this side we've got volume, so this is the total number of reps performed, okay? We're looking at, say, for example here, a 12-week pro. I felt like a weatherman. And there's a warm front coming in over East Anglia. So anyway, we're looking at a 12-week program. This is your 12 to 15 rep max range, so this is what we call light. This is your 6 to 12 rep max range, which is medium, and there's your 1 to 6 rep max range, heavy. Say that this is your volume, this is a total number of reps performed. This is the length of time of the program and the intensity. So this line indicates where you should be at that point of the program, okay? Now you'll see there about 75% of that total time of the program is spent somewhere between the 12 to 6 rep max range, okay? This is a massive simplification, but it's super useful for you to think about when you're programming your own training. So let's go for 12 weeks. We're gonna do the first 2 to 3 weeks nice and light up here. But here's this is the beauty of it, right? Whilst you're working in here, even though it might feel light, you are building your capacity to do more work in here. If you'd gone straight in here to start the program, your capacity here would be less than it is than if you spent 2 to 3 weeks in here. So 2 to 3 weeks in the 12 to 15 rep max range, getting gradually heavier through those 2 to 3 weeks until you cross over into this section. But you've spent time now building your capacity here, so the work you do here is now more effective, okay? You're then going to spend the next 7 to 8 weeks in this 12 or 6 to 12 rep max range, and you're going to be getting a little bit heavier, a little bit heavier, a little bit heavier, okay? If you look at this line, it goes along and then down and along and then down and along and then down. So this is, as the arrow gets down, shit's getting heavy. But we don't just go heavy, 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 heavy. It's a gradual curve. Sometimes we take a step back and then we go forward, okay? So again, you're in this middle range, but whilst you're in this middle range, spending a nice long time here, getting bigger, getting stronger, getting fitter, having a lot of fun, increasing your skill in your lift, you're also then building the capacity for when you get to this heavy end of the program, which is the last couple of weeks, okay? Because you spent so much time in here, you're bigger, you're stronger, you've got better skill. Once again, you can lift more in here than you would have done if you'd have just gone straight in there, okay? So, in a nutshell, when it comes to the amount of weight, you need to think long term, at least over the course of 8 to 16 weeks. You need to start nice and light to give yourself a nice run up, give yourself some runway to get into the heavy stuff. Spend most of your time in this middle kind of 6 to 12 rep max range where you're getting bigger and stronger, okay? You're adding muscle, you're gaining strength, and then you finish off in here just to peak, just to get that extra bit of juice at the end, okay? And that is what you're going to be looking at, intensity over time and volume, okay? So that's intensity. I hope that was useful. Post any questions you've got in the video below, in the comments below the video, and I'll be really, really happy to answer them in detail, either with another video or just reply to the comments, okay? And let me know if you found this interesting and or useful, because I like making things that you like to listen to. Peace out.